Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Extreme Builds and the Victorian London townhouse kind of square sort of thing build. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. It has been a long time and I have made some small changes here and there between the last episode and this one. But for the most part I've not really had much of a chance at playing around with this, and I did attempt some sort of trying a few things out on the roof, and things were just not working the way I want them to. So instead of me spending a whole another episode trying to do the roof, I am going to scrap the roof for now. We're going to leave it. I'm going to do that off camera once I figure out what pixel's wrong where, because I think there is one pixel wrong somewhere, or one bit should I say is wrong somewhere, or in 2 or 3 places, and that is what is causing the problem. So instead of doing that, I'm going to work on some of the fencing for the house now. So you can see in front of us I have sort of put up the grass blocks that will be leading up to the door to give me an idea of where the fencing is going to go, and I have filled in the side of the house on the left hand side here to show where I'm going to sort of get some fencing going. And the idea, I think, is we're not going to have a wall there. We're just going to have the brick wall of the house, and then maybe I'll put a pavement or something there instead, and then we're going to have a fence around the back, and then we'll have some railings or something around the front, similar to what you see on the far right. So make sure you stay tuned to start getting my thoughts and ideas from my head onto the screen in this video, and it is probably going to take maybe 2 or 3, so make sure you stay tuned for all of them. But for now, let's get started. To make it easy for me, I have gone ahead and removed pretty much everything from my bar. I have left the door, and the only reason I've left the door is because not everything here has a door, so I'm looking at getting the doors in on all of these. There we go, there's one door, and then I will be putting them away as well. I do think there we go, that's all the doors done. I do think we can make a better back door, but for now we're just going to leave it as this one, and this is where I store things. So there we go, that's where I store the blocks, that's where I store all the plans. That should be enough for what I want to do, and that is everything I require. I'm keeping the sky stone, or whatever it is, sky stone. I am keeping that one simply because I think I'm going to need it. Let's go ahead and grab you and you, because I think you are going to be useful. I'll couple those. There we go. Almost half a stack of torches. And okay, let's get ourselves started. So I think the back fences are probably going to be the easier ones to do. So instead of me starting, so you see here we've got the building starts up there, and we've got this engineering brick here. I am half considering making another layer of engineering bricks down along here, because we do not want to be climbing upstairs to go up along here. We are not going to have fencing along this section, but I think from here we can start a whole bunch of fencing all the way in and along. At least that's the plan. That is the plan. I'm not sure how well that is going to work, and for that I'm going to need some different materials. So let's have a look for some wood materials. Now I've got all these arches and everything which look lovely, but I just want basic wood materials. For example, that's not what I meant to do. That is not what I'm after at all. That's how I want it. So let's have a look. Let's grab some spruce wood. Some acacia wood looks nice. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of that. Let's do that. That will be nice for us. Okay, so we've got spruce wood, acacia wood, jungle wood. What other kind of weird wood do we have available to us? Roof tiles? No. A cable facade? No. Standard. And now this could be interesting. I'm thinking of using spruce wood logs, and let's see if I can do what I want to do with them. I might be able to, might not be able to. Oh, that's nice. That's for balconies and stuff. Infused wood, certainly not. Wooden tiles, most certainly not. None of this wood really appeals to me here. Cinnamon wood, potentially. Fig wood, no. Ash wood. Ooh, that could be an interesting one to do. Okay. The rest of these, not particularly. And we're not going to worry about doors and fences and gates and all of that stuff. That does not really matter. And then we've got the different patterns that we can have. So one of the things is I just want the most plain wood that I could find. That is something that is really pretty important, I think, which is something I'm concerned about. Because I would like, no, treated wood, certainly not. Because for the fencing that I've got in mind, I think we need absolute plain wood. No, these are just the chiseled ones. So let's grab ourselves a chisel then as well. Chisel. No, not chiseled bit. That's it. A standard chisel. Diamond chisel, eye chisel. What is that? An apple chisel? I keep forgetting what that is. Let's grab an eye chisel. Okay. Let's have a look at what is available to us. So let's see. So we've got ashwood planks. Ashwood planks smooth. That's... Now see, that could work well for me. That could... That's a lot better. Okay, so the smooth is already a positive. Let's see what else we have. Nailed panels. Now that's another one that could potentially work well. Except it's... Okay. Hollow plus single. See, if we have a panel of them, they are going to look a little bit odd. That might look a little bit better, but I would much rather that it was... come on, is it going to turn around and... No, this just isn't... No, that isn't what I want. Crate, certainly not. Certainly not. This is a possibility. What's that? Ashwood planks large. Vertical just does not work. Vertical and even could potentially work. Braid, certainly not. Okay, I think I found the one I want. There we go. Whoops. Because that looks like a fence. That actually looks like a fence. So that's really good. Okay. Then we've got spruce wood here. Now, there is something specific I want to do with this. It does work. Okay. So what I was looking for is that, for example, if I knocked back that much, would it still have that texture? And it does, and that's what I'm after, which is great. So I'm going to not do that. Oops. No. Just... Why can I not just get rid of this as it is? That's what's strange. And I keep doing this. There. And where's that gone now? I suppose I do not need any torches yet, because I've got torches everywhere, as you can see. So we've got that, and I think the ash wood is going to work really nicely for us. Let's do this. We cannot do anything with that. Disarray vertical, blinds. Again, that could look pretty nice as well. And I think the spruce is a no-go, so let's get rid of the spruce. There we go. Let's try something. So the way this is going to have to work is we are going to have to do one in the middle and one at the end. So I'm going to start with the ones in the middle. No, hold on. Are these in the middle? No, this is not in the middle. In fact, none of them are in the middle. Never mind. It is going to have to be one that comes out from two ends. So the way I'm thinking we do this is by taking everything but those two end bits and seeing what pops out of that. Like that, and then there. I can always just knock this down like that, and that is our fence essentially, right there. Not too shabby, I think. And then what I need to do is essentially I need to grab this and place it. Is that not going to place it there like that? This is actually turning out to be a lot easier than I thought it would be to place a simple fence. And no, I'm not done yet, but just to have an idea. Oh, did I get rid of the doors by mistake? I did. Okay, so you've got these fences up and about. Pretty easy to do, and we're probably looking at I'll do a 2-meter fence, which is not too bad at all to start with. So that's just over 6 foot, which is, I think that's okay. Potentially, I mean, it means that you can jump and see over, which is not a problem. I'm just a little bit concerned about these. I'm just wondering whether maybe the back fences need to be a lot bigger, which I suppose would make sense, but we've got to figure it out. These fences, why does that look? This fence does not look like it's in the right position. What is... It's supposed to be there. And then... I'm going to assume there. Actually, it's that fence that's in the wrong position. Unless they all have a hole at the bottom. This is very difficult to see. Anyway, I'm just doing this for a test, so what I want to do now is get rid of my eye chisel, that's for sure, and probably get rid of my acacia wood blocks, bring this spruce block in, and let's dump that there. Let's use the hammer, and I want to get rid of that bit there. There we go. There. I want to get rid of that, and instead we're going to use this one. So I'll go ahead and use the chisel, grab that. And I would like to make this stick out just a little bit. Like so. That is what I would like my fences to be. And then I would possibly, let's see how nice this looks. No, I think logically like to do this. Oops. Maybe do that to the fence. Ah, but if I did that, I cannot do that on both sides, can I? Because it's going to leave a hole in the fence. Okay, so the only other thing I can think of is we take this, we grab this, and we say, hey look, we'll make these stick out. Let's just see how that looks, just as a test. See, that little bit of definition really helps give this fence some, just give that fence a really nice look. So in that case, that tells me everything I need to know now. We need to get rid of that. The fences need to be 4 thick, not 2. So we're going to add a layer on here. Is that right to the bottom? That is right to the bottom. And why does that look odd? Do I have a zoom? No. This looks a little bit strange. And then from there up to there. There we go. So that is what we're going to have, and then we are going to remove. So we then remove this line. No, is that not it? We'll remove 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait. Look, there is something not correct down here. It's as if the fence is sort of floating a little. Easy test. Can I stick something on top of it? I can. So what is wrong with this fence? Okay, let's start this fence again. I want to destroy everything from, so we've got 1, 2, right, okay. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. Therefore we can knock that in 1 because that's 1 block. And we can knock this in 1 and still have enough space. So in that case, all I need to do is demolish from there to the bottom there. And I know what the mistake was that I made. There we go. And then similarly, do the same thing there to the bottom there, because I hit this just with my hand or with a piece of grass, and that's what broke it. There we go. So now we have that and that. I would now like to get rid of there to there and replace it with spruce wood there. That will end up as a square, I'm hoping, and then we will have that stick out just a little bit. We can always have the fences painted afterwards, which is fine. And then I will do the same thing here, so all of that gets removed, including that bit at the bottom, replaced by you with an additional sticky outy bit there and an additional sticky outy bit there. Does that look okay? I suppose so. Next up, we are going to demolish that and that, and then come along onto this side and do the exact same thing there and there. Is that correct? No, not quite. I am using 32, right? Yes. Oops, there we go. Just check down here as well. Make sure that is right, and it is not. It's difficult to see, not just in the dark, but also in the light. Could we do this at the bottom too? I wonder. No, because if we did it at the bottom, it's going to look strange. So there's a piece of fence. That's our fence piece. So that does not work the way I wanted it to. So you go away. Let's go ahead and grab one of these recipes and let's see if I can make this happen. So from there to there, let's go flying, down we come, let's grab that, this is going to be fixed, fence, save, click, there, you crafted, done. Let's have a look at how this panned out. Perfect. Tell me I can. Oh, I can do one there, and now this one's going to be a little bit harder because there's those things in the way. So default mode, fill mode. No. Overwrite mode. No. Replace mode. No, it's because of the torches. I think I know how to fix it, but I'm just going to continue for now. Right, let's continue as though nothing happened. There we go. It's a cat flap. That's what it is. They're cat flaps. Every house is going to have a cat flap. That is the way things are now going to go. Henceforth, we all have cat flaps. That does look awesome. So you walk out and a nice private garden. For the most part, I mean, people could look out from a window up here and just peer out, of course, over your garden. But a nice 6 foot, just over 6 foot fence for your garden. Awesome. Now I'm just considering whether it's worth taking down just that top line, which might be a little bit interesting to try taking down. There we go. Perfect. Let's do that over here as well and see how well it sits in here. Actually, really well. Okay, this is probably panned out a lot better than I thought it would. The only thing that obviously I'm mildly concerned about is the fact that it does stick out just a little bit, but I am sure we can figure something out with that. It is always going to happen that we will end up with some issues like that whilst we're building, because you just have to try and make things as symmetrical as possible, particularly in Minecraft, and you've got to work with the bits that you have, and you've got to figure out, okay, where's my center point, how am I going to align things. And so yeah, there are small things that you need to figure out. Right, same concept right here. Oh, come on. I want to get all these fences in. They're easy enough to take down, so I'm not too fussed about taking them down once I've got them up, if they look really bad once they're all in. But I think that they are going to look rather nice, personally. There you go. How are they looking actually from where I'm standing? They are actually looking quite well done. Okay, I'm mildly impressed with what I've managed to do here in less than half an hour. Less than half an hour of work, and we've got a decently designed fence. And I'm using ash wood because we've got a fair amount of ash trees in the UK, and I think we've certainly got a fair amount of spruce trees in the UK as well. I was going to use oak, but I think oak is not going to work as well. It was not going to give me the effect that I was after. Can I leap over these? Yep. Using this for vaulting. Paint them red and you've got yourself some hurdles. Okay. That is looking a lot nicer. I want to see how the shadows pan out on this thing, because there have been some updates to FTB Builders Paradise, and I think the lighting has improved. Maybe whichever lighting mod there has been, or some of the other mods are working a little bit better with the lighting. I also need to check if there is a shaders update for the is it the SEUS shaders? Sonic shaders. Just in case there is. Not the ray tracing one, of course. I'm not using ray tracing yet. There we go. Things are looking decent. I have to admit, really decent. So let's finish off these ones and then see what else we can come up with. Obviously I think the back ones are going to change because we have to look at corners and like. Although that's being said, we probably do not need to look at the corners as much as I'm thinking, because we can just essentially let me get these ones in. Yes, problem. There we go. Whoops. I could have fallen into a hole there. Could have gone straight into the void. Right. Let's get these ones in now. The last of the lot. Oh, why does this one... Oh, right, it's because of that. So why does that not want to sit and essentially behave? Right. So how narrow does this make the gardens as well? That's another thing to potentially consider. Hopefully the gardens do not look too narrow. There we go. 3. I'm not too sure. Field of view, Quake Pro. Whoa. That's a familiar... it was not just Quake that used to have this kind of field of view. That's terrible. Let's not do that. Field of view, let's go for 90. Just have a look. These gardens they do look fairly large. Obviously, if we were to bring the field of view right the way down, see now the garden looks tiny because of what you can see, but bring it up to, let's bring it back to normal, which is 70. They are fairly decent sized gardens. I mean, if we count it, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6, almost 6 meters wide. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 meters long. So you're looking at roughly 11 foot. Is that 11 foot wide? No, wait, that's not right. 6 meters wide. I said 6 meters, didn't I? So it's 18, about 20 foot wide, and you're looking at about 45 foot long, or 50 foot long. That's not bad. I'm fairly happy with that. Okay, so now I just need to work out what I'm going to do with the rest of the buildings, or the rest of the house. Now, if I go back to this, and the problem is, up here we're going to need a lot more, because, hey look, we can just vault over. So we need to take that into consideration potentially. That these ones, you're talking about 4 meter high. This is crazy. This is. I'd love to have one that did that, because that looks very realistic as well. But we cannot do that. So, whoa, that is a really, really high fence for that building. It's going to block out a lot of sunlight too. Well, I am actually considering how this is going to work. It does give you the kind of privacy, because it's up here and you really do not want somebody peering in. So it does give you that, and then on this side it's absolutely fine all the way over to here, where we're going to need the same kind of concept. So it's going to be the same sort of thing, where we do this. There we go. Whoops. Like that. Sometimes you look at Minecraft and you think, how is it that this title can now do all of this? And it is fantastic. There we go. So you'd have something like that, which is, I suppose it's okay. I'd hate to be the one painting this, that's for sure. You need, well, you'd have a ladder that comes up 2 meters, and then you'd have to try and reach up another 2 meters. That would be difficult. Now at the back, again, similar sort of concept here. going to have to, so that whatever is the back of the house, whether it's another set of houses or not, we're going to have to do something here, which is ultimately going to lead to figuring out. I mean, all I'm going to do is fill this in with grass afterwards if we need to. So if I just do that, for example, now you see now we cannot have those at the back. And how does this look overall? See, but you are going to have very, very big fences at the back if there is not another garden. If there is another garden, then it doesn't really matter. But does that look welcoming? That's the question. Does that look welcoming at all? Yeah, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. Let me know in the comments box, actually, if you give me an idea whether or not these kind of fences look welcoming. And if you think they do, then perhaps I'll keep them. If not, then I will certainly be getting rid of them. The design itself I really like. I like the design. It's just, that is a lot of fencing. I mean, it looks right in a sense, but perhaps it isn't what we are, the effect that we are trying to get out of these is not what we're actually getting. Oops. Go there and there. There. That is lighting up the garden a little. I have an idea. I do have an idea. Give me a tree. Sapling is what I want. Sapling. Oak, spruce. Give me a spruce sapling. Give me an ash sapling. Here we go. Cashew, no, common ash. That's it. Okay, and give me bone meal. A stack of bone meal. Right, let's say, for example, I stuck some trees here. And some trees here like this. I wonder if it would look any better. Is that one not willing to grow? That one did. That one did. That one did. That one did. That's one. Great. You're not going to grow. How about you? You've done something strange. That's fine. Okay, you grew now. There we go, and how does that look now? Well, that looks a lot better once you've done that. I have to admit that it looks a lot better after the trees have been put in place. So the question is that what we want? And for that, I guess you guys will have to let me know in the comments box. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Minecraft Extreme Builds and the Victorian London house planning project. Yeah, that sounds good. That's a terrible, terrible name. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think overall. And if you can do so, please support me or consider supporting me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetslp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you next time in Minecraft Extreme Builds, where I think I will finish off this fencing and see how that pans out. If it looks okay, I will then continue, because I would love to have a strip of trees right at the back like that, and then perhaps have a pavement and then some more trees or something along those lines. There are so many ideas that we can come up with, but things are starting to very, very slowly take shape. I'll see you next time.